Dear students, once again welcome to you all to my YouTube channel, Keynesian Economics. Dear students, today we will discuss about the one chapter in your macroeconomics that is called government budget and the economy. Dear students, when you enter into the topic, government budget and the economy, you know that what is the meaning of a government budget, why government is preparing the budget, what are the components are there. After that we discuss about the taxes, what is tax, types of taxes, and all are paying the taxes or not, why we are paying the taxes. And after that we discuss that if a government income and expenditure both are same, then what happen. If both are not same, then what happen. One by one I will discuss. So first part we will discuss about what is the meaning of a government budget. The students, kindly go through my YouTube channel and check it, and if it is applicable for you, please note down that points for your upcoming board examination 2023, and kindly subscribe my channel that is called Keynesian Economics by Ajay Kumar, PGT Economics, working in St. Xavier High School, Bilaspur. The students, if you go through the data, then first question in mind, what is the meaning of a government budget? Dear students, I have written something for you people. It is an annual statement. What is mentioned here? Now, government budget, what is the meaning of a government budget? Now, it is an annual statement showing item-wise estimated receipt. What is mentioned that? It is an annual statement showing item-wise estimated receipt. That means, dear students, it's not the actual one, it is the estimated one. And expenditure, not only receipt, expenditure also in that particular year during the fiscal year. Okay, once again, dear students, what is the meaning of our government budget? Now, it is an annual statement showing item-wise estimated receipt and estimated expenditure during a fiscal year, that is 1st of April to 31st of March. That means every year government is preparing the budget. That budget is starting from 1st of April to 31st of March. After that, for the next year, government prepare the next one. So here what is mentioned here, two things. It is an annual statement showing item-wise estimated receipt and expenditure during a fiscal year, that is 1st of April to 31st of March. Okay? And remember one thing, it's not actual one, it is a estimated one. In your mind there is a question, sir, is there any provision in the Indian constitution that central government and state government will prepare the budget? Yes. There is a provision in an Indian constitution, I have written for you people, Article 112, that the central government will prepare that annual budget, which is known as a government budget. Once again, in Indian constitution, that Article 112, that the central government will prepare the budget for the whole country. Okay? And Article 202, that each and every state government will prepare the budget. Once again, you can note down that in Indian constitution a provision is there, both central government as well as state government will prepare the budget. If you go through the data, you can find out Article 112, that the central government will prepare the budget for the whole country, and Article 202, that what's called state government will prepare the budget. Okay? After that, next question, why, what are the objective of government budget? Why government is preparing the budget? Like your home, your papa and mommy, each and every month they sit together and prepare the budget. Means your papa's income is this much. Or what are the expenses are there, like your school fees, and maybe your brother or sister in college, how much you pay, LIC, grocery, paperman, the milkman, the maid, everything. That means that statement when you in your home you prepare, and that is also budget, but that is also your household budget. But here what happened, when we discuss about the government budget, we are not discussing about our what's called individual, means household wise, to discuss about the whole country. So why government of India preparing the budget? Dear students, I have written objectives of a government budget. First one, redistribution of income and wealth. First point, one by one I will discuss. First point is mentioned that redistribution of income and wealth. Dear students, here what happened, the government charge more tax. Once again, a redistribution of income and wealth in our country. Few people are poor and few people are rich. To bring the equality between rich and poor, government charge high tax over the whom? Rich people. Rich people. And whatever money government is getting by the tax, that money government spend for the poor people. Are you getting once again? To bring the equality between poor and rich, government charge more and more tax over the rich people and spend that money for the betterment of the poor people. That is the meaning of a redistribution of income and wealth. Dear students, proceed to the second one. What is the second one dimension? The second dimension, that reallocation of resources. So government want to reallocate in such a way that profit maximization is there and also social welfare is there, for which government is using two instruments. Dear students, once again, second point, reallocation of resources, for which government is using two instruments. First one, stick. Here that means government charge tax. What is the meaning of a stick here? Now dear students, the private people want to earn more and more profit, because they find out where profit is more and more, they can enter into that sector. And you find out where profit is not there, involvement of a private sector is less, so government is bound to interfere in that sector. Here what we are discussing, now here alcoholic product is not good for the economy, it is harmful. To decline the consumption of alcoholic product, what government is doing? The government use one instrument which is known as a stick. That means government will charge more and more tax over that alcoholic product. Why? If government charge more and more tax over the alcoholic product, automatically that physical consumption will be declined and it is good for the society. And second, what? The second government are using that another policy is called carrot, which is known as a subsidy. Here what happened? Now whatever money government is getting from that alcoholic product, government use that money in the form of a subsidy to whom? To the Khadi Udyog. Khadi Udyog. Clear? Once again, for reallocation of resources, government using two instruments. One is called a stick, which is denoted as a tax, another is a carrot, which is known as a subsidy. Government charge more and more tax over the alcoholic product, which is harmful to the economy. Second, whatever money government is getting, you can say that in the other way government wants social welfare, government provide more and more subsidy to the Khadi Udyog, by which government can create more and more employment opportunity in the economy. Okay, then come to next one. It's called first is completed, that is completed, it is completed. Third, economic stability. Dear students, you know that what is called a business cycle is there. Sometimes what is it? That is known as trade cycle. It is a decline, sometimes increase, and reaching that maximum point. That is called recession, depression, recovery, and boom is there. Whenever this kind of a situation is there, government, what the government is doing? The government is trying to manage that prices of the commodity. That means the public should not suffer. Here government in front of that RBI means government by that budgetary policy, government try to stabilize that what is called the prices of the commodity. Different policies are there, like that government in front of RBI, bank rate, repo rate, repo rate. Government check that one or that government can produce more and more product, or government can import the product from the rest of the world, managing the prices of the commodity. Okay, once again, what is the point? Economic stability. Whenever that problem is there, sometimes in your book it mentions that inflation or deflation is there. Sometimes prices of the commodity is so high in the economy, or sometimes the prices will be low. To bring the equality between these two means that neither inflation is there, neither deflation is there. So that what is called work done by the government, which is known as economic stability. What is the main aim? The public should not suffer. Then, after that, managing public what is called enterprises. The students, government of India running number of industries which is known as public sector undertaking. For example, you can say that your sale, nail or gale or veil. That means if they incur a loss, that loss will be bear by the government. Once again, if the public sector incurring any loss is there, or that loss will be bear by whom? By government, which is known as managing. Once again, that is known as managing public sector enterprises. Next is called economic growth. How that what is called our country will be developed. Now what the government is doing? The government what is called by the help of government budget, that the country will produce more and more product, and we can export it to the rest of the world. In our country, we can whatever the things are not there, we can import it from the rest of the world, and our production has been increased, export will increase, employment has been increased, which is good for the economy. Once again, economic growth, how is it possible? Now produce more and more product in the economy, by which employment has been increased. Then you find out what is called export increase, then GDP increase, everything has been increased in the economy, which is known as economic growth. It is possible by whom? Not by that what is called budgetary policy of the government. Next is called regional balance. This means you have seen in India, some area is so developed, some area is so developed, and some area is underdeveloped. Okay, the area which is more developed, once again I will write in perfectly, it's not visible to you people, I think so. Some area, suppose you find out so far as some area is called developed area, and some is called underdeveloped area. So government want if it develop, so no problem is there. Government want how both areas should be equalized. So what to do? The government could focus about that which area? Not that underdeveloped area. Construction of a school, college, roadway, or you can find out airway, industries, everything should be developed in that area. Then you can find out, you can say that no, okay, all that areas are equal. Once again, what I'm saying, now regional balance. Dear students, you have seen some areas in our country are more developed, some are underdeveloped. To bring that what is called those areas where is underdevelopment is there, means you can find out perfect roads are not there, railways, forget about that one. Means nothing is there. So what government want? The government want establishment of industry, or you can find out perfect road connectivity should be there, or a railway, or a airway, school, college, hospital, everything should be developed. So we can say that that area is what is called properly developed, which is known as a regional balance. Okay, once again go to the data. So what are the objective of government budget? Redistribution of income and wealth. Second is called reallocation of resources, economic stability, managing public enterprises, economic growth, and the regional balance. These are the objectives of a government budget. Then the next question is there. What are the components of government budget, otherwise known as the structure of a government budget? Once again, dear students, I will discuss to you what's called about that the components of a government budget or structures of a government budget. Okay? Components of government budget. The students, if you go through that one, that is otherwise known as structure also. That is otherwise known as structure. Structure of a government budget. There is two components are there. One is called budget receipts and budget expenditure. So dear students, what is the budget receipt? Now all the sources from where government is getting the money, and what is the budget expenditure? Now all the sources for which government will spend the money. Once again, what is the budget receipt? Now all the sources from where government is getting the money, and what is the budget expenditure? Now all the sources for which government is spending the money. Okay. Then what are the component of budget receipt? Now there are two receipts are there under that budget receipt. What is called a revenue receipts, and the second is called capital receipt. And in both the budget expenditure, these are two types. One is called revenue expenditure, and capital expenditure. Okay. In your mind, sir, how can you say that which receipt is known as a revenue receipt? Dear students, remember one thing: when you go to the revenue receipt, that fulfill two characteristics. A revenue receipt is that receipt which neither create a liability, neither creates liability, nor decline asset value, nor decline the assets. Clear? Once again, dear students, which receipt is known as a revenue receipt? Now, revenue receipt is those receipt which neither create a liability nor decline the asset value of the government. Neither, or you can write nor decline the asset. Okay. For example, what is the example? Now you can find out. One is called your tax revenue, and non-tax revenue. Okay. The next question: which receipt is called capital receipt? It has also two characteristics. First, capital receipt. Number one, create a liability. Example is called a borrowing. Okay. Second, not only create the liability, but also decline the asset value. Decline the assets. What is the example? And that is called a disinvestment. What is the meaning of disinvestment? Now, when a government sell the share of a public enterprise to the private one, that is known as a disinvestment. Okay. Recent example, that what is called government of India sell that airlines to the Tata. Next, after that come to, are you getting once again a revenue receipt? Neither create a liability nor decline the asset. Dear students, when you are paying your tax to the government, do you think that in creation of any asset or liabilities, there nothing's there? For that, what is called for the day-to-day expenditure, we are paying that money to the government for our betterment. Means we are not directly we are getting the benefit, but indirectly we are getting the benefit. Come to the revenue expenditure. If you go to that revenue expenditure, then what you find out which expenditure are called revenue expenditure? The number one, neither, okay, just 1 minute. Neither decline liability. Now, here is written what is it? Neither decline the liability. For example, paying the rate of interest. But what is the example? Now it's called paying the rate of interest. Paying the rate of interest. Okay. Second, not create any assets. That is called pension, salary, etc. Okay? Then come to capital expenditure. What's the capital expenditure? First one. Decline liability. What is the example? The repayment of a loan. Okay? Second, create asset. For example, purchase of shares of a private company by government. Okay, dear students, once again, if you go through that component of government budget, you can find two components are there: budget receipt and budget expenditure. Budget receipt two component are revenue receipt. Which receipt is called revenue? Now already I told you that is neither create a liability nor declare the asset. For example, tax revenue and non-tax revenue. Come to capital receipt. Create a liability, example borrowing, and what are the second characteristics? Not declare the asset. Example disinvestment. After that, after budget receipt, proceed to that budget expenditure. That is also two components. One is called a revenue expenditure. Neither declare the liability, paying the rate of interest when government of India borrow the money from the rest of the world and India is paying the rate of interest. Do you think that liability is declined? No. Simply government is paying that rate of interest. Principal is there. After that, nor create any asset. Now pension or salary, here creation of asset is not there. Then you come to capital receipt, capital expenditure, declare the liability, a repayment of loan. Second, create asset, purchase of a share of a private company by the government. Okay, dear students, in my next video I will discuss the second part of this one.